like trying to get blood out of a stone. You enter money, they look at you as if you're daft. Hey, Ken, you're a bit of a battling boy, aren't you?
Oh, well, thank you very much.
No, credit where it's due. What can I do about bad payers?
Taken for the small claims court, I suppose.
What about the people you owed money to, Jack? There must have been a few. What did they do?
You are too clever for your own good, young lady. Small claims court, eh? I'll give that a try.
Don't know why you're bothering. Got a potential fortune going up on your doorstep.
What's that then?
Well, it's redevelopment, other side of Bessie Street. Thousands of windows screaming to be cleaned.
I've heard about that. Is it John at that, then?
Look, I don't know about... I've not been at planning commission for 2 years, you know. I mean, it's all a closed book to me. And will you ask your husband to take that smile off his face? Yes, sir.
Have you got out for upset stomach, you know, something to suck?
Oh, aye, they say these are very good.
Hey, you coming to lunch, aren't you?
I am. I'll be back at 1:30. All right,
Yes, all right.
Sure.
You've been eating them. What at Rover's Pies?
No, I've been out like that. War wound, this.
Stomach ache?
Oh, aye, all war wounds weren't caused by bullets, you know. Never been in Middle East, have you? Clouds of flies blocking out the sun, turning day into night. I reckon all my afflictions are legacies of World War II. Weak stomach, arthritis.
Arthritis in Sandhills.
Oh, and just in desert, you know, there's be in Italy up in Apennines. You pitch your pup tent in a dried-out riverbed and waking up next morning lying in 6 inches of water. You're bound to suffer with that later in life. Mercy me too, that's where this lot started.
Mercy what?
Somewhere in the desert. He makes you chuckle, doesn't he?
Ah, he's a rum, he is. What about these houses that are going up, then?
Oh, for Pete's sake.
Don't treat them like that. You handle them like women. Treat them gently and you'll come out a winner.
You asking for a thick ear?
That's it.
Hi, what are you doing here?
I'm minding my own business. Why, what are you doing in here?
Trying to have a quiet conversation with my son. Flaming hard work and all. Hey, it's Percy Sugden been in here this morning.
Yeah, he was in for his breakfast.
What's he had?
Bacon butty, do you want one?
Anything but, son, anything but. His guts are rumbling fit to bust. Surprised you can't hear him from here like thunder.
Hey, you watch what you were saying. It's now to picked up in here.
Oh, no, of course it wasn't, no. I'll have a sausage butty.
Yep.
2 bangers, well done, split down the middle, laid gently on a nicely buttered round of bread, generous application of sauce, another round of bread laid gently on top, and a pot of tea.
Is that right about Percy Sugden being ill?
Would I tell a lie?
Well, I've got a very good herbal remedy for upset stomachs. I'll take it round to him.
Oh, you don't want to get involved. You know what a cranky old devil he can be at best of times. But if he's off colour, you want to keep well away. I'll go. Like saying, love. Okay, love it.
How did you get on with Field Marshal Percy then?
Don't ask me. I mean, you know when you're not wanted, don't you? Do you know, he even offered to stay and nurse him through the night, and he said no.
By the way, you do surprise me.
I think he's best left alone. He's independent, isn't he?
No man is independent, lad. No man can do without the care and attention of a good woman.
I'd like to think so.
So you keep it up, love. It's your Christian duty.
Morning.
Hey, what do you think you were playing at?
Well, you try to be neighbourly, and that's the thanks you get.
You were stealing my paper.
How am I going to not weren't to see how you were? Tell you that you always put windows. I did him yesterday while you were laid up.
When I couldn't inspect them, you mean?
How are you diddling?
Well, I'm not 100%, that's for sure.
Half as bad as you're going to be if she gets her hands on you.
Who?
Frosty Phillips.
Oh, wait, that's all I need, isn't it? Get shut of her, will you?
Hang on. Morning.
Morning. What's tip yourself?
You're not going to wake him up, are you?
Wakening him up?
He's had a terrible night. He's only just dropped off. He's been tossing and turning. Delirious, he's been.
Oh, poor chap.
Aye, so we'd better leave him as he is. I mean, you can sleep it off then, yeah.
Well, if you think that's for best.
Oh, definitely.
Hey, well, when you see him, tell him I called, and I'll pop back later. I've made him some lovely homemade tater cakes.
Oh, I'll tell him,
Anyway, see you then.
Aye, ta-ra now. All clear.
I was never delirious in my life.
You would have been if fan like Phyllis had got her hands on you. Right, get kettle on.
I'm quite capable of putting kettle on myself, tar very much.
Well, a man in your condition, you need somebody to keep an eye on you.
Nobody asked you, did they?
All right. We can all have to ask the bride of Frankenstein to come back then, can't we?
Oh, all right, then come in and make sure you wipe your feet.
You make a decent brew purse, I'll give you that.
Well, I've had enough practice, haven't I?
Only one thing missing.
What's that?
Dirty great fried egg butter. Soak it all up.
Do you mind?
Sorry, mate, I weren't thinking. So, we won't be seeing your smiling features reflected in a pint pot then today?
Why, heck, you like to put the boot in, don't you?
Yeah. It could have been something like that that caused it in the first place, you know. Dirty glass or something.
I know what it was, don't I? Plagued with it. We were all through desert campaign.
Aye. But if it was a dirty glass, I reckon that could be worth at least a couple of pints when you get back on your feet.
Well, I'm sorry to disappoint you. I never went anywhere near Rovers yesterday.
Well, it must have been something you had for your breakfast,
I
then.
didn't have any breakfast, did I? I didn't have time. That's why I popped in for a bacon butty.
A bacon butty?
Cafe.
Did you now?
You don't reckon it could be that?
It's a flaming sight closer look Western Desert, mate, isn't it?
No sign of her highness yet?
Heard her knocking about.
Oh, it must have been some night.
Hope she's not going to be making a habit of it, like tonight, for instance.
Eh?
Well, I'm off first thing in the morning to London to see our Gordon and his family. I could do with getting away a bit earlier tonight.
So what's the problem?
Fat chance of that we're there on the town with Beau Brummel.
Oh, Fearless Frank.
Who else? I take it you still want your night off tonight.
Oh,
do you?
sorry, Betty. It's all fixed up.
Oh.
So what do you make of him?
Frank? Well, I've not seen much of him either. He seems all right. He must have something, though, mustn't he, to work at the place that he does do.
You reckon?
Well, don't you?
Morning, comrades.
Morning.
Oh, good night, I take it.
What does it look like?
It's that obvious, is it, Betty?
Yeah. And I had him down as a gentleman.
And you were right and all.
You still had a good time?
Last night, Betty, I experienced something that I've not experienced for a long time. In fact, it's something I thought I may never experience again.
Oh, yeah.
I was treated like a lady.
Oh, where did you go?
A little restaurant out Knutsford way. We had this whacking great dinner that had me corsets creaking.
Yeah.
And then he got them to mix a cocktail, especially for us. I felt 10 feet tall, Betty, I did really.
You seen him again, will you? Like, tonight, for instance?
Well, I doubt it, Betty, seeing as he's gone back to Blackpool. In fact, as far as I know, I may hardly clap eyes on him ever again. But I'll tell you one thing, Betty.
Yeah.
He made me feel more important in one night than most fellas could make me feel in a lifetime. I'll be in the back if you want me.
Reckon she was trying to tell us something like she had a good night.
Well, she just might have been. Hey! Here. What was that fella's name?
Frank.
Ah, no, I mean his other name.
Mills, I think. Yeah, that's right, Frank Mills. Why?
Well, it seems that Cinderella has cashed him a cheque for £10 and all.
Oh, Hilda. Are you feeling all right this morning?
Why shouldn't I be?
Well, you've been in all about, what, 20 minutes and you haven't mentioned the brew once?
Well, I've got more important things to think about, haven't I?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, suppose so, yeah. Must be hell for you property tycoons.
And it's a pity you haven't got better things to do than poke your nose into other folks' affairs, because one day you might just get it snapped off.
Sorry I spoke, I'm sure.
Tea and one of them jammy things, look.
How's the patient, then?
Purse, still breathing.
Well, I'll pop round and see him on my way home. I'll soon have colour back in his cheeks.
Well, I don't think he's quite up to that. He could have a relapse at any time.
Well, if he's that bad, he wants somebody keeping an eye on him.
He's got somebody, hasn't he?
Oh,
Me, every hour, on the hour, regular as clockwork.
That'll be a comfort to him, I'm sure.
what does he reckon brought it on?
It's someone, he reckons, that was plaguing him since last war. Someone he picked up in Western Desert.
Western Desert, my eye. Someone's been plaguing him since yesterday, and somebody picked up in here.
In here?
Bacon butcher, he reckons. He'll live.
It can't be above a couple of hours since you were last here.
Look, I told you I'd keep my eye on you. And when Jack Duckworth makes a promise, he keeps it.
I don't know as I can afford such luxuries.
Eh?
I got through 2 packets of biscuits and nearly half a box of tea bags since this morning, thanks to you.
Oh, well, if you'd sooner have flighty Phillips flirting in and out every 5 minutes.
Boy, talk about kicking a man when he's down. How long's this going on, any road?
Till you're back on your feet. I reckon another couple of days. See you right as rain.
Couple of days? I can't have a couple of days off. What's going to happen to this place?
Oh, don't worry, it'll still be here. Look, you want to keep your head down for a couple of days, and then maybe folk won't take you for granted quite so much, neither.
Take me for granted.
Well, what do you expect if you're always at the beck and call, eh? Well, go on, then. Go on, get a kettle on. Spitting feathers here. Throw in a couple of metals cakes.
Oh, not very much. That's very considerate of you.
Big-hearted Jack, that's me. You can give us the money for them later.
Thanks very much, Mrs. MacDougall. Bye-bye, love. Yes, Terry.
Just my mum's order. Is it ready?
Yep, it is. Oh, there you are. Tell her I owe her soap powder. I'm right out of that stuff she has till my order comes in tomorrow.
Right. So.
By X, some women have got it made. I have to go down on my knees and beg Ken to carry things for me. You'll make somebody a smashing husband.
It's nice to know somebody thinks so, eh?
All right.
All right, mate.
Here's a pint of gargle, Betty.
Okay, then.
Whatever the young fella's wanting, seeing as he's getting them in.
Oh, no, he isn't. I come in here for one, and this is it.
You're not going to stand there and watch your father spend his last quid on a pint, are you? After he's been grafting to keep you clothed and fed.
You're right. I'm not going to stand here and watch you spend your last pound. Because I'm off. See ya.
How's the patient?
Hey?
Percy, how's he doing?
Oh, he's all right. He'll be out up and about in a couple of days. I told him to take it easy, you know. Take things nice and slow.
Oh, and he's taking notice of what you tell him.
Of course he is.
It must be worse than I thought.
Anybody sitting there, love?
No. 2 pies, Mr. Duckworth.
Oh, you need a decent dinner when you've been flying up and down that ladder all morning.
But how'd you go on in the afternoons after you've eaten a heavy meal?
I'll ease off a bit in the afternoon. That's just when I do me office work and admin.
I'm not surprised.
Well, it's a rule of mine, love. I can recommend it. Always cock an ear to your body clock.
You what?
Your body clock. I listen to mine ticking, and I always do what it says. Now, if it says rest, I rest. And another thing is, if you overwork your body clock, always book the mainspring.
I want to talk to you.
There's no point.
I think there is.
We've said everything there is to say.
I got a nibble today from a bloke in Walpole Street. I was down there this afternoon doing the bins. Anyway, are you listening to me?
Yeah.
Anyway, this bloke's son, he lives in Barnsley. Or rather, he did do. He's coming back...
What are you whittering on about, eh?
It's a job, Terry, shifting this lad's gear. I reckon it'll take us all day. We'll have to do it on Saturday.
Forget it, mate.
It's 50 quid, Terry.
Look, I don't care if it's 500 quid.
Look, what is the point of us having this van if you're going to be like this, eh? I'm telling you, Terry, you've got to shake off this business about Andrea and the baby.
Look, don't you tell me anything, right?
I'm just trying to be constructive.
Well, don't bother me.
Curly, is that what Terry said?
Yeah.
Is he coming back?
He didn't say.
Well, I best mind it for him, because you'll only get some beggar stuff in it, won't you?
I shouldn't be behind this bar on my own, should I? Not with Betty away on holiday. But she's in that back room with that bloke from Blackpool.
Of course she is.
What do you mean?
Well, he's no mug, that Frank, is it? I mean, you missed a chance. You should have been in there long since.
She's not my type.
What, your type? What? Well-built blonde with a pub. She's everybody's type. I'd have been in there myself if I hadn't already been lumbered.
I believe he spent the night here last night.
I better be spending a few more, I know. What, a well-built blonde with a pub. What more can a fella want, eh?
Thanks very much, love.
So.
You on your holidays? Well, you're obviously not at work.
No, I wrenched my shoulder or something. I didn't feel it till I got up this morning.
Oh, is it painful?
A bit.
It's all them bulging biceps.
Biceps?
Too heavy for your shoulders.
Oh, yeah. Ta-ra.
Ah.
Get out of it!
Hi.
Hi.
Off out, are you?
Yeah, just to school.
School? I thought you'd finished with that.
I get my A-level results today.
Oh.
What are you doing at home?
Wrenched my shoulder.
Badly.
No.
Well, I hope it's soon better. Your shoulder.
Well done, love.
Well done, Andrea.
Thanks, Curly.
Andrea got 2 B's in a C in her A-levels. That's very good. It's better than I did. She'll walk into university with them. When you're ready, Frank.
And when she goes to university.
Doesn't look as if Wilt's changed his mind.
He must have meant what he said.
He's a silly fella. He had a good thing going here.
Think so?
I know so.
You seen who's just gone out?
I saw him.
Oh, what do you want?
I've got to talk to you. Can I come in?
There's nothing to say.
Please.
Well, you have to be quick, because I'm going out.
I heard you did all right in your A-levels.
I did, yeah.
You must be pleased.
I am.
So you'll know now what you're going to do.
Well, better than I did.
What about me?
What about you?
Where do I come into it?
Come into what?
You know, your future and the babies.
I've told you, Terry, you don't come into my future or the babies.
But it's my baby. It's my baby just as much as it's yours.
Don't start all that again.
Look, it's my baby. I'm its father, and I want to be its father.
Terry, I've told you, I'm not involving you.
You could let me look after it.
Look after it? How?
Pay towards it.
No, Terry, I don't want you to.
But it's my right.
No, Terry.
There's nothing for me. I'd marry you, you know that.
Oh, Terry, you're just being emotional.
I'm not being emotional. I just want to do what's right. I'm that baby's father, and I should be its father all its life. And you should let me if I want to be. I know what's right. I'm not like me dad, you know.
I know you're not like your dad, Terry. But it just wouldn't work, you and me.
You think I'm dirt, don't you?
Hey, remind us to get some more grain for them birds, will you? You've not been feeding us on it, have you?
Is that meant to be funny?
Well, get us through some flipping stock of it.
Hey, get off. Give it off. Oh, I thought you'd gone.
Not yet.
Well, you better get 'em moving, haven't you? Do you know what time it is?
Yeah, but, so what, though? I'm only going to be handing me notice in when I get there.
You're only going to do what?
Giving him my notice, packing it in.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Don't be silly, Arthur.
Well, you see, I'm not going to be needing it any longer, because I'm not stopping round here. I'm leaving. I was going to tell you tonight, but, well, anyway, there it is.
Well, where are you going to go?
London.
Well, that's original, that is.
Oh, Terry, you know.
I am, yeah. Anyway, better be off. Don't want to get sacked before I can give me notice, and do I? See ya.
Did you hear that?
Of course I did. I'm in the same flaming room, aren't I?
Well,
It's just talk, innit?
sounds as if he meant it.
No, he's feeling a bit fed up, a bit down. We all feel that way sometimes, don't we? Want to get away, pastures new and all that.
Oh, we do we?
Not me. I mean, at his age, what he's had to go through, and next door and all that business, it's hardly surprising, is it?
London, eh? Well, what will he do in London?
Now, he'll never get near London. He'll go down the Rovers, have a couple of pints. Come another week, he'll pull another bird, and that'll be the last you'll hear of London.
Right, let's get these down as well. They're off. Oh, he's in! Hello, Terry, love. We brought you some chips.
Right, and maybe sort of a sandwich, love.
Yeah, we can always take 1 or 2 of these down, yeah.
Of course you can. Fact of life, innit? No matter how full you are, when you see somebody with chips, you always want one. Don't know what Arthur C. Clarke would do for that.
And a good morning, love. Everything all right, eh?
Yeah. I told him I'd stop home while in the next week.
Oh, you haven't gone and given your notice in.
Yeah.
Well, you can nip back this afternoon and tell him you've changed your mind.
But I'm not going to change my mind, though, am I?
Well, what are you going to do? Oh, you haven't still got it in your head about going to London.
I think that's where I'm going to go, yeah.
Well, there's somebody been telling you the streets are paved with gold.
Well, why, eh? Is it because of them next door? This is what it's all about, isn't
No,
it?
not entirely.
Not entirely. That means it is, because that's what not entirely means.
Well, the only thing different about the streets of London is the amount of folk that sleep on them.
Well, you shut up about flaming streets.
I'm trying to find out what this is all about.
Look, I've said what I'm going to do now. There's no point in us all falling out about it, is there?
Look, sit down, silly love. Talk to us.
No, Mum, I'm not going till the week after next. I mean, I've been away before. You'll get used to it. Right? See you.
He's old enough. We can't stop him.
Well, we can try, can't we?
Well, I'll have a word with him and try and get to the bottom of it.
I wouldn't mind, but it were you that were telling me you didn't think you were serious.
Yeah, but when I said that...
Yeah.
I was wrong, weren't
Yes, Jacko.
Find a better on one of them, please, Bet.
I'm all right.
I'm buying.
I said I'm all right.
Younger generation, I'll never understand them, you know.
Right.
Listen, you've got your mother in a right state with all this talk about London, you know. You know, she watches all the documentaries on the telly. She thinks that London's full of drug addicts, muggers, and folk like Mike Baldwin. Why don't you say that you want to go to Bournemouth and Knutsford or
Because I'm going to want a job, aren't I?
64, Jacko.
Tell me. Look, is it this Clayton's business that's behind it?
What do you think?
He's not that.
Oh, yeah? What am I supposed to do? Just carry on as normal? Pretend that the girl living next door ain't having me baby?
All right, keep your voice down.
No, but am I, though? Hey, and carry on lugging meat carcasses about and thinking that a pint in the Rovers is the best thing that life's got to offer?
So what's the big attraction about London that's going to make it so much better?
The big attraction?
Right.
Is that it's far away from here?
Oh, it's that all right.
No, look, seriously, have a word with me, Mum. Tell her I know what I'm doing.
It's not as easy as you make it sound, lad. All right, I'll try.
Cheers, Dad.
You're too early. They've not come yet.
Oh, you don't mind if I hang about a bit, dear? It's not just the papers are coming for, it's the company, really.
Oh,
thanks. May, that is very nice. That's what I call looking after your customers.
I'm sorry we've only got the 2 cups.
And they're for us. If you want a cup of tea, there's a cafe to the side of that door.
4 packets of chewing gum and a bar of whole nut chocolate, please, Maeve.
Right.
So, what are you going to be doing with the van now, then?
Do with it? Why?
Well, hasn't your mate told you what he's up to?
Terry?
Terry, aye. Terence Edgar Duckworth. I don't know why we called him Edgar, but then again, he's off to London.
He's not.
Tells me and his mummy is.
Do you know, I'm surprised you never thought of London. Being an independent, liberated lady.
I can be just as independent and liberated up here.
What, permanently?
Well, he's chucked his job in on the strength of it.
Well, he can't do that. No, I mean, what about the removal business? He's not thinking of taking the van with him, is he?
You'll have to ask him them sort of questions, lad.
Oh, Will, we've only just paid for it.
62 pence.
Oh, I'm sorry, mate. No, he can't do that. He can't walk out on me.
You tell him that, curly lad. You tell him.
I thought I'd be opening without you.
It took me a blessed hour to find him. And then when I do, I go straight into my, oh, I am sorry, Wilf. Oh, isn't it awful, Wilf performance? What do you think happens?
I've no idea.
Well, first of all, he sits there with that snide little grin on his face, loving every minute of it. And I'm going on about, of course, I mean, he must come back. How I hope he can see his way into letting bygones be bygones. I really humbled myself in front of him.
It's hard to imagine.
It were hard to do. It were even harder to stop myself from clocking him one. When he waits till I've finished and then he says, oh, well, thanks for telling me. You needn't have bothered, really. I've already got another job.
Go on.
I said, where? He says Station Hotel. And they pay more than you do, as a matter of fact. So I'm rather chuffed at the way things have turned out.
Oh, dear.
It is not funny.
No.
I wouldn't have minded if he'd have told me at the beginning. But, oh, no, he lets me go and make a right article of myself first.
Well, just goes to show, though.
What?
Well, you did the right thing in sacking him.
I think you're laughing at me, aren't you?
No, I'd be very frightened to do that. You might give me the sack and all.
Yes, I might. And don't you forget it. It's about half terry, and I didn't want to stay out over there. Now the rays start flapping. Well, what's he done? It's not what he's done, it's what he's on about doing. About going to London, he's packed his job in and everything. Isn't that right? You tell her what after he's been saying.
You just told her.
Imagine London, eh? Turning up there with nowhere to live, not knowing anybody. Oh, we can't let him go, Jack. We've got to stop him, choose how we do it.
We've tried talking to him.
What's brought it all on, like?
Well, no. A bit fed up. Having the girls involved. I mean, we don't know. You don't at that age, do you? I hope he's here. Act normal, all right.
Fellas don't have to act.
Hello, Teddy, love. Everything all right?
Yeah? All right, then.
Hello, love.
Yeah, I've done with this one. You can have it if you want.
Oh, cheers, Dad.
Where you going?
Just upstairs.
See what I mean? What's he like?
Well, he looks same as he always does to me, Vera.
No, I mean, where he came in and went straight out upstairs.
Oh, just don't...
Says if he don't want to talk to me.
Don't start on it, V.
What do you mean, don't start on him? How can I start on him if he's
When
upstairs?
he comes down, don't nag him. You'll never get him to stop.
Look, Vera, your Jack's right, love. More you go on at him, less he's likely to listen.
But what am I going to do, eh? If I can't say, I'm always going to talk a bit of sense into him.
So go on, explain.
Look, I don't have to explain to you. I'm going. I'm getting out of this dump. End of the message, okay?
Oh, that won't do, Terry. That just won't do. I put time and money into that van and into what I thought was going to be a worthwhile business. And now you tell me you're going?
Yeah.
Well, it's just not good enough. What do you think, Kev?
Don't ask me. Shut it, will you, Curly? I've had it up to here with me mum all day. I can do without you whittering on, right?
I won't shut it. What am I going to do about the van?
You really want me to tell you?
You can always sell it. I don't want to sell it. I want to use it for what we said we'd use it for.
Curly, you're getting on my wick, you know that.
Oh, dear.
Hey, turn the volume down, lads. Folks want to have a quiet drink over here.
What is he, this fella he's throwing his weight about for somebody who's just passing through, isn't he?
Oh, I suppose it's just well better away.
Trying to get his feet under the table. Make yourself indispensable. I'm not talking about just down here, neither.
I do. Ready for another?
Don't mind if I do, Al.
No, I'm all right, thanks, Al.
Say that again. Go on, just say it.
I said you're a quitter.
Oh,
Leave it, Terry.
That's enough, you two.
Right, you.
Outside. That suits me.
Right, come on, lads, that's enough. Come on.
That's about enough of you, Curly.
Because you're a quitter.
All right. Let's not disgrace our family name, eh? Come on, I'll buy you one down the Legion.
Sick of it.
So am I sick of it. Been sick of it for a long time. Come on.
You want this one out as well?
No, just tell him to put his specs back on.
Come on, girl. I don't care, he's balmy.
Yeah, of course he is.
I mean it. He doesn't know what he's doing. He just wants to throw everything away. He's got no plans. He's off his head.
Right, and the last thing he needs is people telling him he is.
What have I done?
Don't. Come in, Ivy, what you say.
Okay, love.
Done what you've always done, you. Nothing.
Well, there's nothing I can do. Hello, Ivy.
Hello, Jack.
Well, he's your son, ain't he?
Oh, we won't go into that.
Oh,
Look, he's big and ugly enough to make his own mind up, and that's what he's doing.
Yeah, well, there was a programme overnight about London.
Oh, that's just to make it all sensational, that.
Did you see it?
No, I can't say I did, Vera, no.
All about kids going down
He's
there.
not a kid.
No jobs, nowhere to live. Everything's twice as dear. They're all on drugs. And that's not worth of it. What makes me go cold inside. And him, he won't even talk to him.
Look, I will talk to him till I'm blue in the face, but what good will it do, eh? When did he listen to me? I mean, if I said the grass was green, he'd send somebody out to have a look.
London, that's what he's saying.
Vera, he's a big, strong lad, love, and I don't think he's daft either. I don't think he comes to any harm.
Thank you, Mrs. Tilsley. Now, that's Ivy telling you, not me, Ivy.
Look, if that's what he really wanted, Ivy. But it isn't. I mean, it's just emotional. All because of that business with her, that madam.
Vera, we're going to be late, love.
Look, all what you're arguing, love, it's for your sake, really, not his.
Yeah, well, happen to like having a man about house.
Look, he's a big man now, is he? 5 minutes ago, he wasn't big enough to cross the flipping road on his own. You're not being logical.
Well, I know I'm not being logical. I'm being upset.
Oh, Vera. Okay, well, Terry, I mean, if it comes to sink or swim, love, he don't need water wings, you know.
Have you seen your Terry, Mr. Duckworth, and has he decided what he's going to do about the van?
Talk to my lad, don't talk to me.
Well, he's not the easiest person to have a meaningful and constructive dialogue with at the moment. In fact, he nearly laid me out yesterday.
Hey, are these two by now?
Hey, don't chastise the lass, Alf. I don't want serving. I just come in with him. He started spitting, and I thought I'd nip in here, hang fire, till it made its mind up, like.
And I only came in to talk to him, but if you've got things to do, please carry on. Just ignore us.
They want shooting. Hey, don't give him any hot water. Any nonsense, chuck the pair of them out.
Right.
Chuck me the hill.
But he doesn't seem to be taking it into account, no. I mean, does he expect me to buy his share off him, or what?
Well, you'd be a mug if you did. If you want to go waltzing off in a big huff, then you've got the van to yourself.
Well, that's one way of looking at it.
Well, educated, it's the only way of looking at it.
But I don't want to do the lad down or out.
Curly, the times I have tried to help that lad, I've stuck opportunity under his nose time and time again, and 'cause he's me, he's given the lip. Now, what it is, having a strong father, he's got to rebel, like the young lion, got to lock horns. The trouble is, you won't come out of it well.
How do you mean?
Well, I see opportunities every day, don't I? I mean, going round and about, and well, the windows like.
Yeah, it's a pity you didn't seize the opportunity to clean some of them windows.
Do you mind? Just get your nose back in the bacon slicer. All as I am saying is you should stick to that van like the blob of marmalade you are. Between the pair of us, turn it into a little gold mine.
Well, that's a very interesting proposition, Mr. Duckworth. So I'll tell Terry you're interested in buying his share, shall I?
To be honest with you, Curly, as disciples go, you're a bit of a disappointment to me.
It's all right, London, if you're rich. It's no good if you're broke.
No intention of being broke, mate.
Well, you will be. You haven't even got a job.
Look, if you're gonna make money, you've got to go where the money is. And that's London. It ain't round here.
So that's what you want to do, eh? Make money.
Isn't that what everybody wants to do?
Well, I don't know. It's not everything.
Yeah, well, it don't half look like it when you've got none.
But you've got money. You've got a job and you've got a van.
Yeah, and it all adds up to nout. And that's what I am. Nout.
No, you're not.
Look, you knock on that door. Ask them. They'll tell you.
Oh, come on, Terry.
They'll tell you. Terry Duckworth. Not good enough to be a father to his own son.
Aye, and you're that mad about it, you're trying to kick everything into touch. I mean, going to London, that's kicking round here in a touch, innit? I mean, it's got nothing to do with London, as London.
Well, fair enough. I might as well have said Antarctica.
Well, if you're determined to make life difficult for yourself, Antarctica's got a lot to offer, really.
I mean, what makes him so wonderful, eh? You listen to that father, you'd think I was something the dog left. And what's he? It's very surprising, but it turns out he ain't a duke or nothing. He's a milkman. In his natty little suit, his hair-sprayed hair, and his trombone.
There's a bloke on Collingwood Street wants a shed shifting. Why don't we go round and see him?
Why don't you say?
Well, up to a minute ago, I didn't think you were very interested.
Well, if he's paying, I'm interested. Come on.
Your dad's going to be very disappointed about this.
Yeah, well, I don't care what he thinks. You see that lot there? I know exactly what they think. One of these fine days, I'm going to come back, I'm going to rub their noses in it. Cheers, mate.
Is that you, Aunt Terry? Where were you for your tea?
Been doing a job in the van, Mum. You know the van, Dad. My van.
Your man wants me to have a word with you, sunshine.
Oh, it'll do any time, Terry.
Oh, all right, you're all right. Hang on, I'm coming.
She don't like the idea of you going to London, and if the truth were known, neither do I.
Don't you?
No. But for prospects and travel, the Foreign Legion takes a bit of whacking.
Oh, he made a great stand-up comedian, me dad, because he's dead comical, you know. The only thing is the standing up would have taken too much out of him.
Oh, we know the comedian in this house is a dick flipping Whittington.
Well, you might be disappointed to know, but I'm not going to London.
Terry, do you mean it?
I don't know. I don't know where I'm going. It's just the way I've been feeling lately, Mum.
I know, son. I know.
Hey, joking aside, glad you've seen sense.
Yeah, main thing to do now is get back to work tomorrow, take your notice that.
No, Mum, it's like he said. I've seen sense. I'm jacking that in, definitely.
Hey, if you think you are stopping here on Social Security, because that's all you'll get, you've got another thing coming. And I'm not supporting it, and I'm not sitting back and let your mother support you.
Well, no, I wouldn't expect her to keep the both of us, so I shan't be stopping. You can see that, Mum, can't you? I can't stop in the same street, living next door to...
But where will you go?
Just watch me. Because from now on, whatever direction I'm going, it's up from here. The abattoir's not on my way. See you, Mum.
It's tearing after it to pieces, you know. He's walking around with a face like a wet week. He hasn't got a word but cat. And when he does say something balmy, like buying guns or donating his body to medical science, well, that lot over at war, them flaming Claytons, they're laughing their socks off.
Oh, now, come on, be blooming fair, Vera. I mean, it must be a worry to them. And as for Connie, well, when I see her, I mean, I'd say she were on half it.
But what's it doing to me, eh? My only son packing his bags.
He ain't packed them yet.
OK, then, we'll wise down in on her. For my sake, not on your own Nelly. Still wants that girl, that snotty-nosed little madam. Shouldn't have got her hooks into him, you know. One word from her, and he'd knock this London business right on the head.
Well, Lass don't want him like Vera.
Lass doesn't know what she wants, does she?
Strikes me as having a mind of her own.
You are. She's right under the thumb here. She is. There's only one person gives the orders in that house, and that's the mother. When she cracks the whip, they all jump.
Now, look, Vera, you know your own business best, but for my money, you're making a right muck of things.
Me? I've been all sweetness and life.
Now, give over. You haven't really seriously tried to make peace, have you?
Well, I'll tell you out, and what did he get at? Door slammed in his face, and right flogging the hero.
Well, that's the girl, isn't it, Vera? I mean, if Connie is pulling her strings, perhaps if you flannel Connie a bit, you know, try the diplomatic approach.
No, I can't see it.
Well, you know best, love. But look, if you're talking to her, if it's jaw and not war, I mean, if you get around a table, you know, make concessions, negotiate a bit, Vera.
Now, hang on a minute. This isn't a union, what's you know?
It depends what union you're on about, Vera.
Hello, lass. Is your mum in?
No, she's at my grand's. Who is it? What do you want?
Well, it was your mum I wanted to see. But if you've got a minute...
Well, I'm a bit busy at the moment. Perhaps if you come back a bit later.
Well, I could, only I just didn't want our Terry to know, you see.
Oh, I see. Come in then. But I'm going to have to get on with the tea.
Oh. Well, if you don't mind me saying so, Petal, you look right bonny.
Oh, I'm glad you think so.
Yeah, I was saying to our Jack, you know, if our Terry's girl wants help knitting.
Oh, I see. He knits, does he, Mr. Duckworth?
Now, steady on, girl. You know, there's no cause to be saucy.
I'm sorry, but I don't like being called Terry's girl. And I find all this rather embarrassing.
Oh, and I'm enjoying it, am I? Look, I just think it's time somebody ought to put their pride in their pocket.
So you can play Grandma?
You must be joking. A grandmother, didn't they? Pretty's our Terry's nippy you're having, isn't it? And there's no cause to treat him like dirt, you know. It's crucifying, lad.
I thought he was leaving home.
Nay, lassie's not leaving, is he? He's been driven to it by you and your family.
Well, what does he expect? A productivity bonus?
Look, he's a decent lad. Why won't you give him a chance, eh? He'd work his fingers to the bone for you and that nipper.
I'm sorry, but that's not the way I see it.
Oh, you mean it's not the way your mum sees it, don't you, lass?
Please, will you stop calling me lass?
I can't help it, can I? Because that's what you are. And right bonny with it and all. Look, why won't you give him a chance, eh? You'll find he's not as black as he's painted. Or me, or his dad. Anyway, I'll let you get on. Mention to your mum that I called, won't you? Tell her she's welcome to come round any time for a chat. See ya.
To them. If we are still living here when baby comes, we won't dare put it outside in its pram.
You've got a visitor, Mum. Mrs. Duckworth.
Oh, for Pete's sake, tell her we're out.
Oh, no, love. We're in here, Mrs. Duckworth. And you stay.
Oh, I hope I'm not spoiling your tea. I just thought it'd be civil, like, to call after you saying you're being silly. I thought it took a lot of bottle for you to say that.
Did you?
Yeah, I know me and our Jack spoke now in past, but, well, after all, a baby's a blessing, isn't it? I say, Kettle, just a tip like her, after he isn't Rovers, eating his heart out. I bet if you just toddled along there, accidentally on purpose, like.
Mrs. Duckworth, if you've finished matchmaking for your son, I think there's one or two things we ought to get straight.
Oh, why?
When I said I'd been silly, I meant stopping here with you and your lot camped on doorstep.
Well, nobody asked you to. Anyway, I were only talking to the lass there.
Mrs. Duckworth, I know you mean well, but we would appreciate it if you just left us alone.
To be blunt, we'd appreciate you clearing off and not sticking your nose in our business again.
Well, excuse me. I think it's you and your tribe that wants to clear off. You've caused no but trouble since you moved here from your last mucko.
Mucko?
Yes, look here. 7:30 and there ain't even a flaming pot washed.
Get out! Go on before I take the flaming bread knife to you!
Connie.
Bye, I come here with Christian feelings. I'd be better off preaching to heathens.
You and your flipping breakdown truck you like a kid with a new toy.
It's going to be worth its weight in gold to me. I mean, I've already taken 2 jobs I couldn't have had without it.
Well, good luck to you. I'd like to see you youngsters doing something to help yourselves.
Hey, right, a breakdown truck, you say?
That's right, Vera.
Well, that's handy to know. I might be able to put a few jobs your way.
You?
Yeah, it could come in dead handy for getting our Jack home on a Saturday night.
Ah, you daft beggar.
Hey, by the way, you haven't forgotten I'm coming round for my tea tonight, have you?
Was it tonight?
You know very well it's tonight.
Here, I'll pick you up on the way home.
Not in that thing you won't.
No, not you and all.
Right?
I've had enough of Rat-faced Ratcliffe next door.
Who's Rat-faced with it all?
Our dear neighbour, Mr. Ernest Ratcliffe.
Well, what's up with him? What's he been saying?
That my truck's an eyesore. You think there's a flaming old tanker head stuck outside the door the way he's going on about it?
Well, couldn't you leave it at the garage, Lord?
I could, but it's not much use there, Mum, if I get called out from home, is it?
Ah, well, you want to mark his card straight away. Yeah, because if you don't, he'll be never off your doorstep. You mark my words.
You know how to handle him, don't you? Ignore him. There's no subsets and nails in there more than that. One bit centre of attraction, you see. You just let him see it won't wash for you and Bob's your uncle.
Don't worry, Percy. That's exactly what I intend to do.
If there's one thing I can't stand, it's folk that won't keep themselves to themselves.
2 bottles of lager to take out, please, Bet.
Hey, what you doing here? I thought your mum were going back to your place for tea.
She did. Just dropped her off.
Oh, Bri, little belter, what are you?
Now, what have I done?
Well, what with our Jack at Leeds and him about as much fun as a block drain. I've had awful night. At least we've got your man to talk to now.
Thanks, Billy. Terry,
What are you having, Bri?
Oh, not for me, mate. Just called in to pick up a couple of bottles.
Come on, mate, you got time.
Listen, thanks all the same.
Oh, that's right, go on. You stick the boot and everybody else does.
Hey, hang on.
Driven out me house and driven out me job.
Nobody's driving you out of anywhere, mate. You're the one who's insisting on going to London to make your fortune.
And why? Why am I going to London? I'll tell you why. It's them blasted Claytons, that's why. They're the ones who expect me to live next door to him and never even see me own kid. Next door to his mother and never even clap eyes on him, eh?
Thanks, Bet. Listen, mate. If you'll take my advice, you'll forget about the Claytons. You'll get yourself home while your legs can still carry you. See you, Bet.
See you, Bri.
Same again, Bet.
I think Brian's right, Terry. You've had more than enough for one day.
Yeah, I've had enough of them Claytons, that's for sure. I've had enough of them to last me a lifetime. Come on, Bet. Same again.
I'm sorry, Terry. Be a good lad. On your way. Frank, give me a hand.
What's that?
Terry's overstopping his welcome.
Right, leave it to me.
Best let me handle this.
You, if that lad turns nasty, he'll eat you for breakfast.
But he won't turn nasty with me. All that's needs a bit of tact and understanding. Strung down stuff's no good with him.
I'll bear that in mind. Come on, you, out.
Tact and understanding.
Shut it, Percy.
Don't worry, I'm off. I'm not stopping where I'm not wanted. Hey, and I'm not wanted round here. And we all know whose fault it is, don't we? Them blaming Claytons, that's who.
Go straight home.
Right, folks. Show's over?
Well, not just a pretty face.
Surely you know me better than that, Chuck.
All right.
Come on! Come on!
You're wasting your time, lad.
I'm not leaving here till I've told them exactly what I think of them. Exactly what I think of them, and they're going to have to listen whether they like it or not. Come on, open that door!
I'm telling you, Terry, you're wasting your time. There's nobody in. I think they've gone away for a few days.
Gone away?
Yeah.
Can't have. I'm going to London tomorrow. I've got to see him before I go, you know.
Well, I'm sorry, lad. It looks as if you're too late. Hey, I'll tell you what. Why don't you take yourself for me? You'll feel a lot better tomorrow.
Yeah.
See you tomorrow, kid.
Yeah, it's all right.